Hi and welcome to this episode of Junk Journal with me, in which I am opening 2 happy mails this time. The first one is from Marieke in the Netherlands, and she sent me something for my recent birthday, which was beginning of August. So thank you so much, Marieke. I love everything you sent, and yeah, as you will see in the later part of the video, I really enjoyed working with your goodies. And the second one I will be opening is from Annette, and Annette also sent me a whole bunch of amazing goodies for my birthday, so thank you so much, Annette. And I will be using her goodies as well, so I'll be working in both of my journal, my own and the one from Allison, and I will be using goodies from both of these happy mails. And if you want to skip ahead to the journaling part, please go to minute 9:27. And if you want to view all the lovely goodies I received, then just stay tuned and enjoy the music.
You needed me like a cargo, you will carry me. I just hope you know my depth, even though it makes no sense. Sometimes I'm broken, too much of emotions. Sometimes I'm the lighting, don't wanna pick a fight with. Sometimes I'm the lighting, don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good, I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? Sometimes I'm the light, don't wanna pick a fight with. Everything seems so good. I guess I can't help myself. Would you call me if I'm in the dark? I'm calling up 'cause I'm right under the stars. Would you run on me leaving this mark? But baby, I'm the one who's breaking hearts, one who's breaking hearts. I'm going out with you tonight. Are you close to here? I'm feeling down, I don't know why. No, it's so surreal. Think I want you here. Oh, 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 oh. I don't ask for much, no, I don't need that much, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Though I want your touch. Baby, you're so high, stay. I don't mind a little crazy. But baby, you're so high, stay. We don't need to go that fast. I need this night to last. So, you are like me, wanna be free, like a summer night. I'm feeling down, I don't know why. What an alibi. But I'm glad you're here. Oh, 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 oh. I don't ask for much, no, I don't need that much, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Though I want your touch. Baby, you're so high, stay. I don't mind a little crazy. But baby, you're so high, stay. We don't need to go that fast. I need this night to last. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Baby, you're so high, stay. I don't mind a little crazy. But baby, you're so high, stay. We don't need to go that fast. I need this night to last. Baby, you're so high, stay. I don't mind a little crazy. But baby, you're so
As usual, I'm going to start off by putting in the lovely card that I received. So this is Marike's card, and I'm going to put it in with the envelope into my junk journal. And this is actually, in the meantime, my favorite way of including envelopes. I'm just flipping it over a journal page and gluing two sides of the envelope triangle to form a tuck spot. So on the other side, I can just flip that open and put in the card. And on this side now, I have my little tuck spot. And I am trying to see what I could put in there. And I decided to work with these cute little pages, dictionary pages, I guess. And I'm looking through my smallest ephemera to see what I could add to these, and I decided to go for these insects that I got from Action, which is a Dutch chain that we have here in Europe. And so I picked out 4 different insects, 2 of them bugs and 2 butterflies, and I'm just inking everything up, the pages and the butterflies, and then I'm going to just glue those on. And now I have my 4 pages ready to go. So one of them I'm gluing onto the envelope as decoration, and the other 3 I'm just going to stick into that pocket. Now I also wanted to include this beautiful tag that Marieke made, and I decided to attach it to this paper bag to the back side, and so I just punched a hole, and now I'm looking for a brad, and I first wanted to use this square one, but then I realized that it was too big to go through the eyelet, so instead I chose this round one that I had. I just bought these locally at a paper store, and since one of the ends was too long and it was peeking out, I just decided to bend that over, and that worked just fine. And the next thing I wanted to work with was this very cute bunny image from a children's book, obviously. So I'm using my tearing ruler that I have linked below in 2 different links to make like a rough edge that I am now inking up. And then I'm using this beautiful traveler's notebook junk journal that I received from Monique a while ago, and I thought I would be very clever and attach my book phrases that I have taken out of books so that I can see them more easily than if they were in my box. But then I realized when I took them out, it actually tore, because I had used my glue stick just for the tip of the cutout, and I thought I could easily take it off, but as you can see I couldn't, so it ripped. But I managed to save it, but I need to figure out a better way to store these little cutouts. So I put on here, though they did not believe in fairies, because that little girl kind of has the size of a fairy, I think, if you compare it to the little bunny. So now I'm taking some cardstock. I have this beige marbled cardstock that I'm going to tear with the same tearing ruler, just a little bit wider to frame the image, and I'm doing that just to give it a little more strength and body. And now I'm going to put that into my junk journal, and I'm choosing this page, and I wanted to make a pocket out of this beautiful handwritten music sheet. So I am just marking where I need to cut that, and I didn't want to make it too deep because I didn't want to cover up that beautiful children's book image that I already had there. So this time I'm tearing with a regular ruler, and I'm again inking this up, putting glue on 3 sides, just leaving the top open, and now I'm gonna just glue that pocket on there, and this way you can still see this cute image with the rooster. And now I just put the image inside, and I wanted to decorate the pocket a little bit, so I'm just took some bits out that I thought might work. And some of these are from Happy Mail, some of them are my own. And I just decided on this little cluster, and then I just glued everything on, and that is what it looks like in the end. And putting that cute image inside there, and I can journal on that later. Moving on to Annette's Happy Mail, I of course wanted to include her cute card as well, and I wanted to take the washi off, but then it tore, so I decided to fix that by putting a tab over where the washi was. So I had some pre-made tabs. I do have a tab punch that's also linked below in case you would like one. I love mine a lot, and I am just looking through my little cigar box to see which one I would like best, and I decided to go for this one that I had pre-punched out of some cardstock, and I'm just going to glue that over that piece, and you would never know that I tore anything underneath. So I'm actually going to put this into Allison's journal now, and I'm going to attach it with some of Annette's beautiful washi, and I go for this one. So I'm just putting that on the length of the card. And by the way, if you're interested in these scissors, I got them recently from AliExpress and I love them. I will link them below as well. So I'm just going to attach that around the page like that to flip open, and I am also strengthening it with another small piece on the other side of the card. And I wanted to make something underneath so that there's some interest underneath the card as well, like a little surprise. And I decided to attach one of Annette's beautiful little doilies. So I'm just gluing that on with my glue stick. And then I am looking at these beautiful dragonflies, and I'm trying to see how I can cut one out, and I ended up not using this punch because it would have cut off the wings, and I definitely didn't want to do that. I'm trying another one, and then I decide, no, I better fussy cut one of these out. So I decided to go for this middle yellow one, and I'm just gonna cut that out, including the description of this kind of dragonfly. And I also already inked up the edges, and I wanted it to have a little more interest underneath. So I'm taking Annette's beautiful scripty washi tape, and I'm going to put that over this beige cardstock, and now I'm going to cut out a circle. And I am going to ink that up as well, and it's a 1.5 inch, or was it 1.6? I couldn't see now, inch circle punch. So yeah, so that's what it's gonna look like. It's like a tiny collage, and now I'm just gluing everything down with my glue stick, and that's like a little surprise collage underneath the postcard. And I'm very happy with that. Next, I wanted to do some memory keeping. My best friend and I have just been a few days, we've been traveling around Austria a little bit to the west, to the Salzburg area, and we saw some beautiful things. Among others, we saw this beautiful castle or fortress, you can say, and this is a map of the area, so I wanted to include some of these elements in my journal. And so I just decided to cut out the map of the area, and I will show you some pictures. So here is this castle. It's called Hohenwerfen Castle, and it's just gorgeous. It was built in 1077, and we took a tour there, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's like from a fairy tale. And next we went to the ice caves, and these are actually the world's biggest ice caves, and this is the path up to the ice cave, to the entrance. And these ice caves are 42 kilometers long, and the first kilometer of it, the first section, it has these amazing ice formations that you can see. And the third thing we did was this castle Hellbrunn, which is famous because of its, they call them trick fountains. So it was like games, and they built this in the early 1600s, and it was planned as an oasis of pleasure and distraction, unlike anything ever seen before at the time. And it was a summer residence of a Prince Archbishop of Salzburg, and it was the architect was a man called Santino Solari, and it was this, so he created this magnificent late Renaissance building north of the Alps. So all of these were great things to see and a lot of fun, and we were very lucky with the weather. And so I wanted to keep the memories of our trip alive, and so I decided to write down this trip on this paper that Annette had included, and I'm going to tuck that into the map and also include the ticket of the Castle Hellbrunn in there as well. And I just cut out this picture of the Castle Hohenwerfen to include there as well. Next, I wanted to include this cute card with a definition of junk journal, and I'm also going to be adding that to Allison's journal, and I thought it worked very well on this page that already had some of a very similar yellow on it. So I decided to cut this card into the shape of a tag. So I'm just cutting off the two corners, and I'm going to glue around 3 sides to form another pocket. And to put in it, I thought I would include later this calendar page with my birth date on it. But first I wanted to decorate this pocket a little more, so I'm going through Annette's smaller goodies to do some sort of a mini collage, and she sent me this, I guess it's washi, with these insects. It's so cool. And surprise, surprise, I'm gonna end up going with this dragonfly once again. It was just the prettiest, I don't know. And so I inked that up, and now I'm choosing one of her washis to kind of put underneath a part of that washi just for some more interest. So I'm just peeling that off, attaching that, and then I'm again looking through the tiny bits, and I decided to add this little doily as well, which I'm also inking up and then just gluing on with my glue stick. Yeah, so there's the little collage. And so then I wanted to use this cute calendar page, which is really nice because it is on something like semi-transparent or translucent paper, so that you would be able to see what's underneath as well. So that was great. So it was just a little bit too big, so I tore along the right and the left side, and then also along the bottom a little bit. But I didn't want to do anything else to it because I wanted to see the flower underneath, and it already had some decoration, so I wanted to leave it as it is. So I just stuck that in there. And that is the last page for today. And thank you so much for watching. I post every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And if you enjoyed this and would like to see more, I would appreciate a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more, you could also subscribe to my channel. So hope to see you back next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.